I'm trying, I don't want to box myself in, but I feel like I've had more under $200 jewelry items on this gem day than almost any. And I mean, you know, it's not often that's the case. If anything, the prices go up, up, up because inflation and all that kind of stuff. I am showing you a precious gemstone, and precious almost sounds like a generic like adjective, right? But in the world of jewelry, if we say precious gemstone, it has to be just under like the diamond group and how coveted it is, how rare they are, and the quality of the stones. So we're talking about a very, very small family. Ruby, emeralds, sapphires. If you know them, you love them, all of this, you don't need me to tell you. When we say precious gemstones, what does that usually come with? Price tags, way high. And if we then put them with other gemstones set in precious metal, then we're into the stratosphere. It's worth it. But goodness, if I can bring you ruby hoop earrings, sapphire hoop earrings, emerald hoop earrings, I told you when you saw them up close, you'd be impressed by the size. Case in point. Here it is for under $150. This is a run, don't walk. This is a open it up, look at QVC.com, tap the button for the close-up. We'll show you close-ups too, and then go, I can't believe I'm getting this for this price tag. J428877, there is your emerald. In the middle, sapphire. I love me some sapphires. However, when we get into the midnight and beyond category, I go, well, why don't you just make it black spinel? These are blue, 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 blue. And then we have it in the ruby. I love garnet. I love pink sapphires. But when we talk ruby, there's no other red that compares. All right. So our top pick at QVC.com. Let us know which. It's one size fits everybody as long as your ears are pierced. And Caroline Irvin joins us right now. Oh, look at us matching.
I know. I saw you in white and I was like,
it's summer, so we have to bring out our white dresses, right? Very small window to be able to wear them. Caroline, great to see you.
Great to see you,
Caroline is a gemologist. She actually has handled some of the most precious gems that none of us will ever be able to touch or feel. It's like not even once in a lifetime moment. It's amazing. And brings us her passion and her knowledge here to QVC. And am I right or am I crazy, or both, that rubies, emeralds, and sapphires for $150? That's crazy, right?
No, truly. And like you pointed out, that you can see the color glowing of each one. Usually they go, oh, this is a sapphire
it's a little
and it's black.
Sure.
Yeah,
yes.
Exactly. So incredible that we were able to get these colors of each of these precious gemstones for you. And the design is just so much fun too. You know, that we framed it with that white zircon on either side. We've given you beautiful metal presents just coming down, you know, through wedging the gemstones in the middle. And so I just think this ticks all the boxes. You get the beautiful white stone, the colored stone, and the beautiful metal presents.
Well, and by walking us through that way, you also helped answer the question that I'm sure a lot of folks have, which is, how is it so affordable, right? We don't compromise or cut back on the precious gems because that's the star of the show. We pair them with white zircon as opposed to maybe diamonds, right? We do diamonds, now we're well over $1,000 and beyond. The star of the show is ruby, but we're not going to put it next to a simulated anything. So you still get the beauty and the radiance and the scintillation without doing the price tag of, for example, diamonds. So I do want to show everybody this up close and personal before we deep dive into each of the stones, because this is just going to take it from wow to holy cow, right? The closure of it, that you see that little ridge there near the end of the post, well, that is basically your lock and key. So once we press, we cannot disengage the hoop until we press down on the mechanism. Can I just have all my hoops retrofitted with this mechanism, please? Because that's so easy. But that is a higher end and more expensive mechanism to put into an earring. So know that you get that as well, so they're always secure. Where would you like to start when we talk about it? This is like an easy way for me to figure out what your favorite is.
I know,
right?
It's true. Then we'd have to start with ruby. Since it is July, it's July's birthstone. The ruby is that glowing red, and of all the colored gemstones, ruby is considered the most important. All things considered, it's the most valuable of the colored gemstones.
Okay, good to know.
And ruby is, the meaning of ruby in Sanskrit means king of gems. Ooh. So it is such a gorgeous variety of corundum. So it's the same stone as sapphire, but only when it gets red or a pinkish red does it get the designation of ruby.
I see, and it's so stunning. Like you could have even like dark hair and tons of it, but you would still see that ruby sparkling through. Now, if we're going to go to like generic adjectives like sexiest, for me, It's sapphire,
Sapphire, yeah.
when it is this color,
Yeah.
right? Because I've said before, and look, some people, they love midnight sapphires. They're almost black, and that's really cool too. But you kind of have to get up close to even know what stone we're talking about.
Totally.
With this sapphire, you're not going to mistake it for anything. There is nothing else that looks like this in natural gemstones.
No, there isn't. And sapphire is also corundum, the mineral species corundum. And sapphire has been known throughout time to represent faithfulness, nobility, sincerity. And so it's a gemstone that people for ages have really ascribed meaning to. It's in all the royal collections. And to just see that blue and to see the beautiful cuts, all of these are round, full cuts, so they have that brilliant style faceting. And the setting really shows that off because they're tension set in there, but they have space in between so the light can really get through.
And did I fool you for a second? Because it looked like I was holding behind the earrings. It looked like I was holding one of the earrings. I'm not. This is the companion and available ring in the same collection, Ruby, Emerald, Sapphire. How much would you guess this ring is? I already know the answer, but let's just guess. It's $99. And it's coming up as a today only. Look at you guys. Right on the spot there. $99.98 for your choice of ring. So you can do the suite and not break $300. Just had to slide that in there. And then we finish. Hey, you know, I'm probably not allowed to say it, but that the movie about the wizard and the witches. Okay, that's coming out, right? Everybody's loving the color. There it is, emerald.
Emerald. And emeralds should glow, and these do. You can see them glowing on the screen. Emeralds were originally mined in Egypt. They were a favorite of Cleopatra's. She adorned herself with emeralds. For those of you who are active on social media or jewelry, you may have seen a big Indian wedding that took place
Oh my
a week
gosh,
ago.
that wedding.
Decked out in emeralds. And so it's a really rich historical gemstone, and you want to have that glow. Emeralds are included by nature, and that's called the jardin when you see those inclusions, but you still see in these the beautiful light coming through and that glow.
That was actually a surprise to me. I didn't realize until I started, you know, like as a first-time student of gemstones, that this is one of those that you don't want to be clear. You don't want it to be clean. You want it to have that jardin.
Jardin,
which sounds fancy when you say it, right? Okay, I popped these on. I know that if you are a lover of earrings, you've got hoop earrings already, then we realize this becomes its own very big category of jewelry. It isn't just a hoop earring. So then we have like the silver and the gold. And then we have the ones with gemstones, but aren't those usually the ones that are kind of big and weighty and you maybe hold off for special occasions or when you're really decked out? This is blazer, this is t-shirt, this is jumpsuit, this is tank top and jeans, this is all of that. It becomes your everyday hoop. And because of that length to it, we're looking at most at about, it says 3/4 of an inch. Let's double check that. That can't be right. No, it's a little over 1/2 inch. That would be 3/4 of an inch, and that's not quite right. So we're flirting between 1/2 and 3/4 of an inch, if we're going to be real specific. So not the huggy hoop design, which I think is really surprising given its price tag. I'm guessing a lot of people saw this price and went, ooh, I bet it's just a little whisper, like second piercing, that sort of thing. That's not what this is. And it happens to be a crazy good price tag for the not oft presented ruby, emeralds, and sapphires, right? Especially in silver. So
if you know someone with a birthstone, any of these, I mean, buy it now, even if it's not till next May, even if it's passed already in July, because you know, come that time, you're not going to be able to find.
So if you're shopping for somebody else, ruby is July, May is emerald, and the sapphire is going to be December?
September.
September, thank you. J428877. When you shop the earring, it will also suggest the ring for you, but if you'd like to stick around and see those up close, we will be presenting those a little bit later. So Caroline, don't go too far.
I won't.
See you in a bit.
I'll be here.
All right.